When you imagine retiring in Ireland, the dream feels irresistible. Rolling emerald hills, cozy nights in centuries-old pubs, that postcard image of Ireland that whispers, "This is the good life." But let me tell you something that very few people will. Most of those glossy retirement articles, those YouTube highlight reels, they only give you half the story, the filtered half. In this 5-episode video series, Ireland Uncovered Retiree Edition, I'm giving you the real deal. Bold, unfiltered truths about what it's actually like to retire in Ireland. And in this very first episode, we're pulling back the curtain on everything you must know before deciding to make Ireland your home. 1. The visa hurdles that stop many retirees before they even get on the plane. 2. The healthcare system and why some expats love it while others are left waiting and frustrated. 3. The weather. Yes, we need to talk about all that rain. 4. The real cost of living and why Ireland can be both magical and maddening. If you're over 55 and dreaming of Ireland, this episode is your reality check. It may confirm your dream or save you from a very expensive mistake. Ireland looks like a retiree's dream, but here are the truths no one tells you. Section 1. Visa and Immigration. Let's start with visas because this is where most retiree dreams either come together or fall apart. Here's the blunt truth. Ireland does not have an official retirement visa. You can't just show up, wave your pension statement, and get a golden pass. Instead, you'll be applying for what's called the Stamp 0 visa. On paper, it sounds doable, but the fine print is where reality sets in. To qualify, you need to show 1. Annual income, $54,000 per person in guaranteed steady income from pensions, Social Security, or investments. For a couple, that means 100,000 euros, approximately $108,000 per year. 2. Savings cushion, a lump sum of at least $108,000 or more on top of your annual income as financial backup. 3. Private health insurance must be in place from day one before your visa is even approved. 4. Work restrictions. Under Stamp 0, you generally cannot work. No consulting, no freelancing, no remote employment. However, there are limited exceptions, such as serving as a director of your own Irish registered company with approval, engaging in specific cultural, artistic, or charitable activities that have been pre-authorized. And here's the kicker. Stamp 0 is temporary. It doesn't automatically lead to permanent residency or citizenship. You have to renew it every year or two, and each time you'll be proving your finances all over again. Now contrast this with Portugal's D7 visa or Panama's Pensionado program, both designed to attract retirees with far more relaxed income requirements. Ireland? It sets the bar high, deliberately. So here's the unfiltered truth. If your finances are solid, Ireland will welcome you politely. But it's not actively chasing retirees the way other countries are. If your retirement budget is tight, you'll hit a wall fast. We thought moving to Ireland would be easy, but the paperwork and proof they needed for Stamp 0 nearly made us give up. Section 2. Healthcare Realities. Now, healthcare. And let's be real. At retirement age, this isn't just a nice to have, it's everything. Ireland has a public healthcare system run by the HSE, the Health Service Executive. It's taxpayer-funded, it's universal for residents, and yes, the quality of care is generally very good. But here's the problem: waiting lists. We're talking months, sometimes years, for non-urgent treatments. Need a knee replacement? Cataract surgery? You could be waiting longer than you'd like. That's why the vast majority of retirees end up going private. Private insurance gets you quicker access to specialists, faster treatment, and more comfortable facilities. but it comes at a cost. 1. Premiums for retirees typically range from $2,160 to $4,320 per person per year. 2. Plans vary wildly. Some exclude pre-existing conditions, some cap coverage, so you need to shop carefully. 3. And remember, Stamp 0 requires you to have private coverage in place before you even apply. Compared to U.S. healthcare, yes, it's cheaper. You won't face six-figure medical bills here. But compared to Spain or Portugal, Ireland looks pricey. And here's an exclusive tip many retirees overlook: cross-border healthcare. Some expats actually travel to Northern Ireland or even the UK for certain treatments where private costs can be lower. That's something you won't hear in the glossy brochures, but it's part of the real-life strategy retirees use while here. Section 3. The weather. Let's tackle the big one, the weather. Ireland is stunningly green, and that beauty comes at a cost: rain. Lots and lots of rain. Depending on where you live, you could be looking at anywhere from 150 to over 225 days of rain a year. But here's the nuance. It's not usually torrential storms. It's drizzle, mist, dampness, the kind of wet that seeps into your bones. Combine that with gray skies and winters that bring sunsets before 4 p.m., and you start to see why many retirees struggle with seasonal affective disorder. Exclusive insight here. Where you choose to live in Ireland makes a big difference. The West Coast, Galway, Limerick, Clare, gets hammered by Atlantic storms. The East Coast, Dublin and Wicklow, is drier, but still cloudy. If you want slightly better odds of sunshine, head south to Wexford or Waterford. But even in the sunny southeast, you'll never escape Ireland's moody skies entirely. So ask yourself honestly, do you love the cozy, rainy day vibe, or does a week without sunshine put you in a funk? Because in Ireland, gray skies are part of the package. Section 4. Cost of living and lifestyle. And finally, let's talk money. Because if you're not ready for the costs, Ireland can be a financial shock. Housing? Dublin is one of the most expensive rental markets in Europe. Buying property isn't much better, with prices that rival London in some neighborhoods. Even smaller cities like Cork and Galway have seen costs skyrocket in recent years due to housing shortages. Groceries and dining out? More expensive than in Spain or Portugal. A basic basket of food, milk, bread, eggs, fruit, will cost noticeably more here. Eating out is a treat, not an everyday habit unless you've budgeted generously. Utilities? Heating is the killer. Ireland's damp climate means you'll be running the heat much of the year, and energy prices are among the highest in Europe. So if you're picturing Ireland as a cheap European escape, here's the truth. It isn't. But this is important. It's not all bad news. Smaller towns and rural villages can be much more affordable. Life slows down. The community is stronger. You might not spend your days in Dublin cafes, but you'll be part of a local scene where people know your name. And this is where many retirees find the dream they were looking for. Community, culture, nature, things money can't buy. But you have to budget smartly. Ireland rewards financial stability. We thought moving to Ireland would be cheaper than the US. In reality, it's not cheap. It's just different. You're paying for lifestyle and community, not for bargains. So here's the unfiltered truth. Retiring in Ireland is not for everyone. The visa requirements are strict. Healthcare is good, but it comes with waiting times and costs. The weather is beautiful, but gloomy. The cost of living is higher than most people expect. But if you're financially stable, if you can handle a rainy day, or 200 of them, and if you're looking for a rich, cultural, community-driven life, Ireland can be extraordinary. This isn't about chasing fantasy. It's about building a retirement that works for you. And this is just the beginning. If you're curious about where retirees are actually making this dream work, stick with me. Episode 2 is all about the 7 Irish towns retirees can't stop talking about. These are the places where expats say the dream feels real. So hit subscribe, turn on that bell, and keep the spirit of Ireland alive until we meet again in Episode 2 of Ireland Uncovered.